I still don't know why she's mad.
I do. I solved that riddle. Everybody else knows exactly why she was mad now, too, if they've watched this video. All right, Jesse on Fire. Welcome back, you guys. Let's do some mixed martial arts, all right? Because I realized I didn't even cover the pay-per-view this weekend because Gabrielle and I were celebrating our anniversary, and then I was, like, dying the next morning. Neither here nor there, because I started watching this video in full mount where there's a new angle of Jamahal and Joanna's incident, as well as a bunch of... So I just started watching it for that. And then in the first, like, 2-3 stories, I'm like, dude, I want to talk about all of this. And so that's what we're doing, dude. So we're going to jump right into it. Oh, my God. Okay, so there's way more to this story than I realized. This was going to be the last segment. And it's now such a deep, convoluted tale that I'm like, no way. Like, I'm just going to start with this, and then they can watch my other stuff afterwards if they want. So let's jump right into this thing. All right, let's go.
Both Jamahal Hill and Joanna Jędrzejczyk have spoken out on their altercation in the VIP lounge at UFC 323.
Oh,
if you missed it.
By the way, I have not seen this new angle yet. Okay, I'm going to be watching the new angle for the first time right now. All I've seen is this one where he says, "You touch my girl, I'm going to knock you out." And I'll tell you what I think about that shortly.
Footage emerged on social media yesterday, showing Jamahal telling Joanna he would knock her out if she touched his girl.
Hi guys,
First of all, under normal circumstances, I would be saying that is he really going to knock her out, or is he just telling her that so that she doesn't touch his girl? She's a pro fighter, his girl's not going to have much of a shot, right? You could make an argument that, like, Joanna's not really like a girl if she attacks his girl, right? Like, why is it wrong to hit a girl, just culturally and in general, right? Like, that's not a thing, I don't think, in Afghanistan, Like, if you're in Afghanistan under the Taliban, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to hit whatever girls you want. I'm saying culturally for us, why do we look down on that? It's because they are not a worthy adversary. Like, you don't hit girls because they can't really do anything back. Okay, well, how is that different from Joanna beating up his untrained girlfriend? Okay, so, I mean, I'm not, like, supportive of dudes hitting pro fighter females. I'm just saying, like, there would be an argument of that either way. I mean, not fucking Jamahal Hill. He's obviously way too big to make that argument about a 125-pound female. But nonetheless, I'm just saying it's not exactly the same. But Joanna doing it to his girl is the same as a dude beating up a girl. It's not any different. Now, I don't know if she was really going to beat her up, but under normal circumstances, like I said, I'd be like, that's probably an empty threat from the dude, but I actually don't think so. I think Jamahal would have struck. Yeah, he would have sparked her, dude. If she hit his girl, he'd have sparked her. Pretty sure. Pretty confidently. All right, let's continue. Okay, let's do it.
worked so hard to earn my reputation, and I'm embarrassed to be in this situation, but when somebody uses my name falsely, without any basis in truth, I will always stand up for myself. And for that, I do not deserve to be threatened. I am mindful that I am a strong, capable woman who has the benefit of a lifetime of self-defense training. I have a platform and resources that most women don't have. So I empathize with the women who are disrespected and threatened and lack the power and means to stand up for themselves and to stand up for the truth. I expect more from the society. I certainly expect more from athletes in our sport.
By the way, I just learned something that I'm going to show you guys right now. I learned this yesterday, okay? Let me show you exactly what Joanna is doing, okay? I want to show you the actual app she's using to do this, okay? So you can, right? You can actually plug a script into this thing. Like you plug a script in and it has a teleprompter, right? And it's like this, like, look, okay, so like you can see right there. Like you plug it's like you plug in a script and then you can record yourself and it'll scroll up so you're reading it. I would bet pretty confidently that she is using that app as she is recording this right now because, does this sound like I am a woman who has a platform and I have a lifetime of martial arts experience. I am different than other women and I expect more from society. This sounds like ChatGPT, like slop. Also, if I was going to summarize what I've heard so far from Joanna, she's like, listen, bitch, I just want to tell you, I have a lifetime of this. If I was a dude, my dick would be 15 inches long. And if you think that you're going to talk about me and I'm not going to get you, I got resources. I got resources, motherfucker. I got a platform. What you going to do? Which is fine, but just do that. Don't pretend you're being like, Mother Teresa. I'm just more concerned about society than myself here. I expect more. It's like, shut up, okay? Just flex. That's what you're doing, and just do it openly. Like, you're not fooling anybody. Just flex. Go ahead.
I want to thank the UFC security and staff for their professionalism. I consider this matter closed, and I wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday season.
Jamal posted a video to his YouTube channel explaining his side of the story. It turns out his girlfriend wasn't even there. Jamal says this whole thing stems from a few years ago when he tried shooting his shot with Joanna in New York, and also reveals their DMs.
How about this? My girl wasn't even there. My girl was not at the fights at UFC 323. We go upstairs to the VIP lounge.
By the way, I have not seen this. I swear to God, I haven't seen this at all. His girl wasn't there. So far, what I would say is, how would that improve your situation? You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, let's see where he's going.
Right? I walk into the area. I greet other people there. Diego Lopez was there. Andre Philly was there. And then Joanna was there. I greet everybody. I go up to Joanna. I say, hey, what's up, champ? How you doing? She's like, oh, hey, yeah, what's up? Where's your girl? Oh, your girl's not here? Where's your girl? I'm like, no. I was like, nah, she's not. I was like, nah, she's not here. Oh, hey, what's up? Your girl's not here? Where's your girl? I'm like, nah, she's not here. What's up? She's like, oh, yeah, nah, you big Mr. Player, man, Mr. Big Time. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Man, Joanna is a weird chick, dude, okay? I have never once watched Joanna say 2 consecutive sentences without thinking exactly what I just said in my mind. Every time. I'm like, man, this chick's weird, dude. Like, she's a weird-ass girl. Look at her eyes, man. She's crazy. And I don't mean crazy, like she's like actually a crazy person, I think.
I'm like, she like, yeah, nah, I don't know. Like, I don't know how you get down in America, but I'm from Poland. We real gangsters. I don't do this shit. I don't play this shit. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, what happened? So I asked her about this. I said, was something said, or did you hear something? Talk to me. Like, what's going on? What are you upset about? This lady just completely flipped her shit. Like, she's going off. She's like, no, I'm a you. Like, yo, I'm a you like talking shit. Like, you like talking shit. I'm like,
I 100% believe this, by the way. Like, I 100% believe this. As a matter of fact, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If you are a reader of human beings, what does this tell you right here? This says, I'm crazy. I don't know why I'm angry. I create things in my brain to support the emotional reactions I'm having that, generally speaking, do not match how a normal person would react to things.
Okay, this is the first, illegible thing that she's really said that I'm really able to, I was like, okay, I was talking, let's start there. What did I say? She said, no, I don't do this. I'm from Poland, motherfucker. Like, you talk. I was like, Joanna, I'm just trying to understand,
So Joanna's probably blacked out drunk.
What you're upset about. What did I say? What you're upset about? Articulate it for me. She said, oh, no, if I articulate, what is this? I'm not no lawyer. I don't have no lawyer, you know. Like, I just do this bullshit.
Hey, Jamal, if you see this video, could you do me a favor and comment in the comments how many millimeters that watch is? Because I've been very close to Jamal in person at the UFC 274 Fighter Hotel, and he's fucking huge. And that watch is enormous. Like, I'm going to guesstimate that's like a 52 millimeter watch, which is gigantic. I'm just curious. Now, real quick, I want to tell you about the sponsor of this video, Prize Picks. It's NFL time, and that means it's time for you to join Prize Picks. I don't understand. What's daily fantasy? I'll explain that later. What you need to know right this second is that if you deposit $5 and put it in play, they will guarantee give you a free $50 regardless of whether or not you win with that $5 entry fee. Wait, I deposit $5 and I get $50 back regardless of whether I win. Yes, that's correct. So that'd be a 10x return guaranteed. Yeah, that's correct. So who wouldn't do that? I don't know, man. You tell me. Everybody is doing it. So tell us what else we get aside from $50 free dollars. Well, you get to play the best daily fantasy game on the entire internet. Talk to me like a child and explain to me how to play. Prize Picks could not make this game more simple. You're going to pick which sport you want to play, and then you're going to start picking players that you're going to add to your roster. Then we're going to decide whether they're going to get more or less than the stat line provided by Prize Picks. We're going Shadur Sanders, and we're going more because we are eternal optimists. Let's say you want to start small and you put $5 in play on your first roster. You can win up to $187.50. But if you're a big baller and you want to put, let's say, $50 in play, you can win up to $1,875. But let's say you are a big wallet gangster and you want to put $500 into a single roster. You can win up to $18,750 if all of your players deliver. Now, we also got some new features coming in with this new football season, and you're going to be able to play the same player up to 3 times with 3 different stat lines if you want. It's already live on Major League Baseball and WNBA. When you go to Prize Picks, you use the link in the description and you sign up and you use promo code JesseOnFire, you are going to get a free $50 once you put $5 in play. Use the link in the description, sign up using promo code JesseOnFire, put in $5 in play, and get your free $50 back. That's a 10x return. You are welcome. I love all of you guys. Let's go.
I'm from Poland. Like, I you up. You up. I'm not scared. I'm like, whoa. Now she's threatening me. Then she says, well, I should have smashed your girl's head in. Go over and smash your head in too. I don't give a man. I don't give a Now I'm like, she's threatening me. Now she's threatening my girl. I have not threatened her. I have not raised my voice at her. All I've asked her is, what is the issue? What is going on? I asked her one more time. Can you articulate for me what the issue is? What was said? She said, no, you talking shit. Hey, if I'm talking shit, what did I say? Oh, no, I don't know. I just know you talking shit. I just hear you talking shit. I was like, so you are upset with me and you're saying you don't know what I said. You can't tell me what I said. You're just this upset, but you can't tell me what I was said or what you're upset about. She's like, I don't know. You.
I believe this 100%. Literally, I absolutely 100% believe this. This is like exactly what I would expect from her. I'm actually shocked that he shot a shot at her, dude. Like, you know, I don't know. I mean, she looks good. She got good bone structure. She got green eyes, fake rack, you know. Like, I could see, you know, like, hey, fuck it. You'd probably kill her, you know. Probably kill that tiny little body. But nonetheless, batshit crazy. I knew it. I fucking knew she was crazy, dude. I always knew that.
You talking shit. I was like, I don't care whatever reason why you're mad. I don't care. It is what it is, and you sound like, I told her, you sound as soon as now the UFC staff come, they grab her, start moving her, and now she's getting real loud talking about, yeah, just wait, man, just wait. I you and I the girl up. The girl. I'm like, yo, if you would have touched my girl, I would have knocked you the out.
That's clean. That if that's what happened, he's good, dude. That's fine. He didn't actually hit her. If she's screaming at him, I'll bash your head in, I'll bash your girl's head in. He's like, dude, you bash my girl's head in, I'll fucking spark you. I'll flat back you. Dirt nap. Stretch you. Shut up, you fucking crazy bitch. You know?
And if you touch my girl, I'm going to knock you the out. This stemmed from, we were at an event. Now, me, my girl, Joanna, her manager, we were all seated at the same.
Wait, I thought, what? I thought he's all, and then he's like, I thought this was all just out of nowhere. And then he's all, well, this all stemmed from, it's like, okay, you know, like, again, I have not seen this, but I thought he said that this was completely out of nowhere over DMs.
At the same table, right? Everybody's getting along. Everybody's chopping it up. There's absolutely no problems at all. Joanna's manager is playing this little game. Now, just flat out, there's no way. This just to give y'all straight up context, and just to let y'all know, I'm being straight up honest. A couple years ago in New York, like when the whole thing with the bus incident happened, a bunch of us were in there. Joanna was in New York, and I was in New York. You know, I was feeling myself. I was drunk, and you know, I shot my shot. I was shooting my shot. You know, I was shooting my shot. You know, I tried to smash. Right. Her manager, the entire time we're at this event, is like subliminally trying to drop messages to my girl, like trying to dry snitch. Bro, I'm real, bro. I'm real. I'm a very honest and transparent person. My girl already knew this. She is that, so she just straight up turns to Joanna and says, "You had sex with Jamal?" Like, says this to her in front of my girl, which understandably could be embarrassing for her. Right? Which is something I absolutely never said. I said I tried to sleep with her. So this is from New York, right?
Okay. Well, now that changes everything. That changes everything. Okay. I'm so glad I waited, dude. I'm so glad I waited to watch this. Okay, so yeah, that's not Jamal's fault. But now, Joanna thinks that he told his girl that he smashed, right? As soon as that happens, it doesn't matter what Jamal says, dude. It makes no difference. You think that, like, it makes no difference at all. None. Zero. Makes no difference. No matter what he says, they're not going to believe him. Because what are you going to say? Like, if you did, okay, so you hit on a girl. She's like, nah, I'm good. Or she just doesn't respond, whatever. And then someone tells the girl, it's like, he told me that he banged you. What's the guy going to say? Of course, even if he did say it, he's going to be like, I didn't say that. No. I didn't say that. That's exactly what any dude is going to do. For sure. Even if he really did say it. I'm not saying Jamal said it. I believe him. He didn't say it. But like, yeah, like he doesn't strike me as a dude who's just going to fucking make up. Like, hey, just so everybody's clear, I hit that. Everyone's like, damn, that's gangster, dude. You know, like why would he make something like that up about Joanna? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, so his girl, that I understand why Joanna would have assumed, of course, that he had told him that, because any girl would think that the dude must have said that, right? This is a deep convoluted tale, actually.
I hit her up. What are you doing? She sends me a video, the wink or whatever in the glass, you know. Her response, come to the hookah bar. What hookah bar? She drops her, you know what I mean? So I went to my room for a minute.
Okay, at that moment right there, I'm going to tell you right now, I would assume that I'm going to smash, though. This interaction right here, like, hey, what? Oh, dude, yeah. What are you going to do? What are you doing right now? Send a fucking video of you with a drink in your hand, you wink at me? Dude, come on. And then it's like, okay, yeah. Come on. I'm at the bar at the hotel. You should come. Heart. Oh, man, that is, yeah, don't cry like a bee. Come on, we're 4 minutes away. Oh, man, dude, yeah.
Kicked it, was talking, send her a couple messages, and then I was like, I'm probably going to chill at the bar here. Why don't you come here? She hardly didn't say nothing. It was like, come on, come to the bar where I'm at. You know, was slightly disrespectful. Kind of shows you the undertone of how she, you know what I mean, her respect whenever it comes to even speaking with men.
All right, hang on for a second. So my plan was to have this be the final segment of this video, and I wasn't expecting it to be such a fun, convoluted tale, but it is. So I am now going to make this the first thing that we talk about, okay? So, well, you'll already know that because you'll have been watching this by the time I say that. So now let's continue this.
There's a location with me. I go to the bar. We chill. We have some drinks. I seen the type of attitude she has. It wasn't really clicking or going nowhere. So it was like, it was what it was. I'm like, cool. I took my ball and I went home. You know what I mean? I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go home. I'm not making shots today. The shot's not going in today. That's
in his defense on that front. I would imagine it is challenging to shoot shots that are going to land with that weirdo. No offense, Joanna. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm sure you think I'm weird, but I definitely think you're weird. You know. She doesn't strike, like, you know, I don't know. Like, hey guys, like, you know, obviously, like I said, it's my anniversary with my wife. Like, I'm not shooting shots. But, you know, when I was, generally I would lean on being clever and charming and funny, you know, complimentary. Listen, you know what I mean? She, like, what am I going to say that she's going to think is funny? I don't know how to think like that. You know, like what? I have no idea what she would think is funny. Like, I would imagine that she would think it's funny if someone like there's like a glass on the table that someone's drinking, you just slap it off the table and break it, and you laugh in their face. Like, she'd probably think that's funny. I don't think that's funny, and I would never do it. So probably not going to smash.
Like, that's it. So even if you go further down in these messages, you can see, all right, shaking my head, whatever. You know what I mean? Dip, we cool. After this, there was no bad blood from this. You know what I mean? All the best. Thanks, champ. This is how whenever I got to the event, I walked up and I addressed her and I approached her this way. She completely flipped on me.
Okay, but important detail though is, did these messages happen before or after your girl said the thing in person that made her and her manager think that you said that you smashed? That's the question. You know what I mean? Because, like, that is the inciting incident that led to all of this. Is Joanna thought that Jamal had told his girl that he smashed. Clearly, that for sure is what happened. For sure. But, so, you know, yeah, I mean, honestly, the rest of this is kind of like irrelevant related because, like, whether they were cool. Well, actually not irrelevant. If that happened before these messages, then that's weird. If that happened and then she sent these messages, that would be very weird. But if this happened before and then his wife was like, you know, his girl was like, yo, yeah, I heard that you got to taste this beautiful. Never mind.
I still right now am now being looked at, painted everywhere, which way, and all this. I still don't know why she's mad.
Because she thinks you told your girl that you smashed. For sure. For sure, that's why. For 100% sure, that is why. She thinks that you told people that you hit that. Absolutely 100%. If that's what your girl said in front of her, for sure that's what it is.
If she can tell anybody why she's mad, please, truly, let me know.
I solved that case. I know exactly why she said that. And it's exactly what I just said. For sure. That is what she is mad about.
Joanna responded to Jamal via X. She wrote, "You are full of lies, Jamal. I know the truth. And yes, it's a shame you didn't have a camera on." This user replied saying, "Looks like she thought she gonna be playing hard to get for a bit." But Jamal moved on instantly and even got himself a girlfriend, which made her hate on him. Joanna replied saying, "I would never." The user replied once again saying, "The fact that you answered this just confirms it." Joanna replied with laughing, crying emojis.
Okay, so, hey, look, sometimes you got to look to the, who could solve this mystery? What is Jesse on Fire doing? Listen, man, if I talk about this over here and I get 3 times the views, I'm going to talk about that. But nonetheless, I love this sport so much and I love this kind of shit. So I came back to solve this mystery for everyone.
So I actually found the guy who recorded the video of Joanna and Jamal's exchange. He posted a video to his Instagram explaining what he saw. According to him, Joanna appeared to be the aggressor in the situation. He also confirms nothing physical happened.
Alright, so I'm making this video. I kind of feel like I have to at this point with everything that I'm seeing right now. Shit's getting a little out of hand. So basically, I'm the one that took the video of Joanna and Jamal getting into it at the VIP event. It started out cordial. Like, you couldn't even hear them talk, even though they were only a couple feet away. They were just talking to each other normally. Now, some people are saying there was something physical that happened. Some people are saying that there was a genuine fight. What I saw is not too much more than what that video, even though it's a very short video, they slowly started raising their voices. So from what I know, I'm going to go over the facts, and then we can have fun and talk about speculation. The facts are, what I heard, she said, keep your girl, I don't remember the exact verbiage that was used, but she said, keep your girl away from you or something like that. And then it's what we see in the video where
100% I'm right. 100% I'm right. Jamal's girl got I know what you did. And Joanna's Polish, right? So there's always a like a body language barrier. You know, if people only deal with other Polish people and they're not really like dealing with, you know, and yeah, I know she like trains with a bunch of Americans, but like when it comes to something like that, like, oh, I know what you did with my boyfriend, I doubt she has a lot of experience with in that regard with Americans. You know what I mean? Like, so she could read it however she wants, and she thinks that Jamal said that she smashed, or that he smashed.
You know, he threatens her, which definitely was not a good look. Yeah, you know, I mean, not a good look at all. But in my opinion, I think JJ was the one who was kind of pressing up against him.
Believe that 100%.
I mean, nothing physical happened whatsoever. I see some people saying that someone was pushed and that there's guards dragging JJ away. No, not at all. It was, they raised their voices. Staff or HR or something like that came over and separated them and then walked out with JJ. She was not dragged out. She was not restrained. Like I see some of y'all saying some crazy shit. It was not anything like that.
So this guy also released another angle of the moments leading up to the altercation. He posted this video today. In the caption, he said this adds zero context. I forgot to look through my Meta glasses storage and I found a clip literally a minute before things popped off.
Hold up. Meta glasses record everything that you look at the whole night? That's crazy. There's going to be some... Never mind.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching.
That's it? He's like, oh, I forgot to look at my Meta glasses, and I just had this random thing that has nothing to do with anything whatsoever. Oh, man. Okay, let's move on to the other topics.
Henry Cejudo reflects on his loss to Peyton Talbot and officially retiring from MMA. He posted this on X. He wrote, well, that's not exactly how I envisioned the fight playing out, but it wasn't the worst ending either. The streets are saying I went out in a blaze of glory, and after those last 10 seconds, I'd have to agree.
He did, dude. He did. He looked good too, man. Like that's, I mean, it just demonstrates how good Talbot is. But I don't know, man. When I watched that fight, he looked very similar to how he looked like when he fought Dominic Cruz. He was I don't know. I mean, maybe he's a little bit slower. I don't know. I don't see it though. Like he looked very, very, very similar to, when he defended against Dominic Cruz and then retired.
I gave it everything I had. Thank you, UFC, for giving me this life and the ability to extend my athletic career beyond wrestling. I can confidently say I accomplished everything I set out to when I stepped into the octagon in the gold shorts all those years ago. Thank you to my team, coaches, teammates, management, and most of all, my family. You are the reason I was able to go out there and give this game my very best. I never did it for a paycheck. I did it for you. On to the next chapter. Triple C is out.
Now, the only thing, the reason I wanted to include that is just to say the following, okay? I am not sure if he would openly admit this at this point, but I am pretty sure that his retirement when he held both belts, right? When he was the 125-pound champ, and then TJ Dillashaw came down trying to beat him there, and he beat him in the 30 seconds. Then he went up to 35 and he won the title there. When he retired right there, holding both belts, I am pretty sure that was a negotiating tactic. He's like, I don't know. He said so, because I remember him saying something like, Dana knows my number, for me to come back. He knows my number. And that is one of those moves where it makes sense if you don't know the personality and the culture of the organization, because yeah, you're in a really strong negotiating position if you in a way, but like if you play hardball with them like that, they gave you the opportunity to have two belts. That is a choice that the UFC does with a level of trust, right? Like if they're going to let you fight for two belts, they are trusting you that if you hold two belts, you're going to continue to fight. Like they don't normally give people chances to be champ, right? Like that's not a thing that they do very often. And when they do, obviously they expect you to at least hold one of the belts, if not two, right? And so to win the second belt and then immediately retire, I knew then, I was like, there's no way they're going to pay him, dude. Like, because that to them will be like a betrayal. And also the UFC had to set the tone that like, if you try to pull this shit, then nothing's going to happen for you. Like the long-term vision of what the company is going to be is more important than any single fighter. So if they pay, if Cejudo says, I'm retiring, I'm setting it down, and then boom, he's right back, within 6 months, right? Like everyone knows that the UFC folded to that tactic. They can't do it, dude. They cannot do it. Their position negotiating is much more important than having Cejudo come back. Like, I remember they just immediately were like, okay, 35 is up for grabs. And it was like one of those things where, it had been Dillashaw for so long. It had been Dillashaw for so long that it was like you didn't realize that division was so stacked because it seemed like, oh, if it's not Cejudo, then who is it? And as soon as he was out of there, like within a couple fights, it was like, oh my God, dude, this is the most talented division in the entire organization, But yeah, I don't know. I have very, very consistently thought that that's what happened there, and it was at least, well, it depends on him, dude. If I say it's a mistake, what I'm saying is he missed out on an enormous amount of money, right? Like these guys that don't fight, Colby Covington, perfect example. These guys that didn't fight like through their prime or don't fight through their prime, like Conor McGregor. I don't know what his money looks like. But that dude easily has left probably $80 to $100 million on the table. Like, you understand the kind of money he makes, right? So if let's say he's making 20, right? Or let's be conservative. Say he's making 15. Okay. He fights 4 times. That's $60 million. Okay. He could have been fighting 3 times a year, right? And he left. And then when he finally came back, he fights Dustin and gets his leg broken, and he's out for years and years and years. And it's like, maybe the 60 million, maybe that's not enough money for him to, but like Cejudo and these guys, like let's say Cejudo's making $1 million a fight. Like, that's a lot of dough, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of dough. But nonetheless, okay, so now I wanted to show you the, what they were saying about Merab's coach, because I definitely have something to say about this, and then we'll get over to Joanna and Jamahal.
Merab Dvalishvili's coach John Wood has been receiving backlash since UFC 323 for telling Merab he was up 3 rounds against Petr Yan. He appeared on the Ariel Helwani show yesterday, and Ariel asked him to elaborate on why he said that.
Just from watching it on television, I thought, just being honest, I thought it was 50 to 45 for Yan, or at worst 49-46. And it did seem, it was hard to really see or hear everything that was going on in between rounds, but it did seem like you thought he might have been up 3 rounds at one point. Do you think that that's just a matter of what you were seeing from that corner? Do you think when you watch it, you might think differently? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, obviously, looking in the corner, I've always been pretty good at kind of judging how the fight's going, and that's something I'm interested to see if what happened there. I thought that, and I will go on and say, I thought that Merab was the busier, doing more pressing, but looking at it now, Peter had the bigger moments. He was landing the bigger strikes, getting the bigger reactions, and doing the damage. The bleed, there was the blood always plays into a lot of stuff, and you don't know how that's going to go. But from everything that that I've said, a lot of people thought that was the wrong call. And in the moment, again, I think we all thought that we were pressing the action. That's something I got to go back and look at. And something, if I, like I said, if I made a mistake, then it's something I definitely need to fix, in making sure that doesn't happen. And I'm looking objectively, but, at that moment, I felt in the corner, we all felt that we were up those first couple. The third one started to get a little dicey. And then, obviously 4 and 5, I would have given to him. But, it's, I got to go back and take a look, and it's just one of those things sometimes in the heat of the moment, and perspectives, they really do.
Okay, that's enough. So here's the thing, dude, right? And by the way, the next part is O'Malley and Tim kind of lighten him up. And this is what I'll say about that, okay? So advice in the corner matters. Why? Matters why? Is because what they tell the fighter is going to elicit a behavior from the fighter in the next round or the following rounds, whatever, right? So like, if you know that your fighter fights better if they're behind, then you're always going to tell them that they're behind, right? I do this to my oldest daughter, okay? My oldest daughter, anytime she fights in jits tournaments, she is absolutely notorious for fighting her absolute best when she's terrified. So I scare the shit out of her every single time. Like I told her one time, actually I've told her this probably 2-3 times, when somehow she ended up against a white belt in a tournament. I told her, I'm like, that's a fake white belt. You can tell for sure. And if she's wearing a fake white belt, she's probably super nasty. Super nasty. Who's going to wear a fake white belt? Some shitty fighter. And, she'll look and she's like, fuck. I do that 100%. Like, I would never, ever do that to my other 2 daughters. That would work the exact opposite way. 100%. Exactly the opposite. So you have to know your fighter, right? And so with Merab, it's like, oh, hey, man, listen, you told Merab he was up 3-0, huh? Is that what you did? And it's like, I mean, he was very cordial and he's being really humble about it and all that, but like, shut up, everybody. Do you think Merab is going to fight differently because he thinks he's up? What were the scores of his last, however many, decisions? You know what I mean? How about last time he fought Peter Yan? What did he win? Like 50-42 or what? You know what I mean? Like, or whatever it is. Like this is a guy who continues to fight hard no matter what. No matter what. Okay. And so maybe his coach knows that he fights better when he's up. Okay. Maybe. Right. He wouldn't be able to say that publicly right now because the entire point is that your fighter doesn't know. Right. As soon as I mention, as soon as I say to my daughter, like, hey, like, I just make shit up before you fight to scare you. Is that going to be effective anymore? Of course not. Then if I tell her for real, like, hey, dude, I saw this girl fight earlier. She is ridiculous. She's just going to ignore it. You know what I mean? Now, at the same time, right, like the other part of this conversation is you're telling me that after 2 rounds, there's no one who thought that Merab might have won the first 2 rounds? I completely disagree. I looked at it and I was like, it was a fight where you had no idea how the judges were going to score it. Obviously, by the end of the fight, it was very clear that Peter Yan had won the fight. But in the first 2 rounds, go watch those first 2 rounds and tell me that, this is impossible that 2 of the 3 judges would have scored those for Merab. Merab was pushing the action. He was landing a lot of shots. Peter was being much more selective with his shots, right? You never know how that's going to play out with judges. You just don't know. And so I don't even think it was that out of left field for him to say that he was up 3-0 because, from the corner, I don't know, like it's different watching it from TV. He probably really thought that he was up 3-0 or like I said, he's tailoring his approach to his fighter, So everybody can shut the fuck up about that.